This is Ali from Norwill Healthcare Services, and we're talking about, if you're thinking about being a home healthcare nurse, what are some of the things that somebody who's thinking about that as a career should consider or know about you?
Well, I'll tell you what we do. We, in this climate, we have to be extremely flexible and competitive. Unfortunately, this is a business as much as it's a mission for us. The majority of the clients that we have are, lower income Medicaid types of individuals in that range. And, this government money, they're a little slow sometimes with how they process things and how things get passed through and get passed to us. But when you really look at the work that needs to be done, it's tremendous. There's a lot. It doesn't take away from the rewarding realities of what that is. And so we always are in the need for just another level of care, another generation of caregivers. And so we've decided to actually focus on that as a part of our growth plan, as a part of our incentive. We believe wholeheartedly in intentionality and in intelligence or education. And so one of the things that we do, we reward that, and so we have the ability to actually train you to be a HHA. We work along with another company that does 75% of the work online. The other 25% of it all is something that we do with you, our nurses. And then, so it's kind of like at your own pace. And again, today's climate is one of those things.
Sure.
And the things that we need to have you there to put your hands on, that kind of thing. We prefer for us to be able to touch you. That's more important to us. You will retain things a lot easier, or we think, the more we can have you in the face of a situation that's actually pressing you to do it or working out that skill. And so we work alongside a Care Academy, which is an online agency that helps with that kind of stuff with us. We also, beyond that is the in-services. And so we ask you to do at least, what was kind of mandatory to do at least one in-service a month or something like that. And so we just keep pushing education. Actually, I think it's 8 a year. We actually do as many as you can.
Okay.
And so if you have skills you want to learn or things you want to do, and that's the one great thing about this particular platform is that there's a lot of stuff that you can learn within the range of whatever you're trying to do. Even up to being a nurse, we can help you to get with your CEUs and things like that. And so to be able to continue education is really highly important, and it's the ability to grow. And so, and learn more and be able to help. Like I said, the more you know, the more you can help people stay around and do more to help people to, exist. We live in we have a real weird reality. We help sick people. And we get paid to do that. It can be a very lucrative thing, as well as it can be a very humbling thing. Sometimes you would never get paid what you actually worth in a person's life, and so you round that up with the fact that you're doing a great thing. And so what we try to do with that as well is, if you want to become an STNA, we have relationships with other schools and things like that, and so we give incentives for going in and becoming a part of that genre of work. And we also are working at being skilled ourselves, and so we give you the ability to grow along with us.
That's really nice. I mean,
it for us, again, it's a way for us to ensure that you stick around, because we want to invest in you. We want to make sure that you are able to give back effectively, and and we also have relationships with other colleges. And so even if you have a college you want to go to, it behooves them to work with you. And most of the time they want to work with you. We're always looking for monies and opportunities to help people to be able to go. And 9 times out of 10, the majority of the people that we work with are female, and they're just moving into either transitioning or moving through. And the one thing that we try to make people understand is that, even as an aide, you still a part of this system as a healthcare worker. You have to take pride in that. So our biggest thing is that feel like you're effective in that alone. With that, you want to invest in yourself because if you're feeling great about what you do, that's your investment.
Yeah.
You don't let them hold you to a paycheck. You know what I mean? You don't let them hold you to,
I like that.
you know, some reality of what they think you are. You feel good by the fact that you know that you're a healthcare provider, that you're doing a great job, and you have the ability to move. For so many years, this has been a dead end type of work, honestly.
You came in your home health aide, and that was kind of it.
Yeah, that was it.
Sounds like that's the beginning. You know, working with Norwill and the opportunities you have to learn some things and all.
It is, and I'll tell anybody. You know, I come from a family of caregivers. I mean, you know, I watch the good, the bad, the indifferent. You know, and that thing, and I know good caregivers. And if you got a heart for this, honestly, and you know, then you can push and grow. You know, you just got to grab the opportunities. You know, you can be far more than whatever it is that you stuck in a station in your life, unless you want to be. And if you're there because you really feel like, you know, this is what I have to give on this genre of work, you know, and you have those people, then learn as much as you possibly can. Become irreplaceable, become invaluable in that position, because at that point, it's really all about being the best aide that you can possibly be, because you're not trapped. You chose to be in a situation where you can be the most effective. You know, not everybody wants to be a nurse. Yeah. You know, and not every nurse has to be an aide. But I personally think that, you know, that should be a requirement, that you know how to do the hands-on type of work with people, and to know how to be effective with dealing with people. Most nurses are administrative by nature nowadays. You know, it just appears that way. But there is and highly technical. But there's a level of care, and you know the difference when you walk into a facility. I had the honor actually of a doctor, a young doctor, and I was amazed. Like I said, I'm getting old. He was younger than me. It was treating.
It happens, Ollie. It happens. What happened with this young doctor?
He called me. I was amazed. I hadn't seen him. I'd never seen him before. It was a storm this day. He called me himself. You know, and he was a part of a facility of the second biggest facility that we have in Cleveland. And he called me and he said, "Hey, it's bad out here. You know, I don't want you out here." And he don't know me, but I felt important.
Wow.
You know, I mean, we don't have that. You know what I mean? That kind of. And even I went to see him. Finally went to see him. Very personable. You know what I mean? He sat down and looked me in my eye. You don't get that a lot. Yeah. You know what I mean? He talked to me and he asked me questions. He didn't just tell me things that I wanted to know. And I don't know if that was just his personality or that's this new thing they're doing nowadays. Because
well, maybe it's you know your stuff. You know, you've been doing this for a while and you've demonstrated it, and you know you can get respect as you do your job and do it well.
It's a great place to be. You know, it definitely is a great place to be. I think that as I get older, I'm able to identify, you know, and know what that service looks like. And everybody knows how they want to be treated. And at the end of the day, you know, that's really what it takes, you know, to know how to treat others. And with that, the doors are open. You know what I mean? You work your way into wherever you feel like you really want to be, especially in a competitive field. This can be a competitive field, but the world needs nurses. And they don't need just, you know, for a while it seemed like nurses was coming out the yang. They were everywhere. Yeah. I mean, there was a school for you can go, you know, but not all of them were great nurses. And I can say that, you know, and not everybody can be a nurse. You know, I think anybody can learn to be a nurse, but you really got to have a compassion to want to do the work.
Let me ask you, Ali, if somebody here is watching right now, feel like they have that, they want to get started, maybe get started with you guys, what's the best next step for this person?
Well, you would just hit that website at norwillhcs.com. That's norwillhcs.com. And on there, you will find a slew of information on there that we have on there, even some of the in-services I was talking about and some of the information. But we also have application. You can go right to our job site, and actually it's a pretty awesome job site too. And you can go on there and you can look us up, look up the information, and then actually fill out an application and somebody get back with you.
Great. You might want to take Ali up on that. Check it out right now. Again, it's norwillhcs.com.